All right, guys, I just finished my first precision guitar kits build. I was absolutely floored right out of the box at just how the precision of every cut, every aspect of this guitar is just, it's truly precision. It's next level. I own a bunch of really expensive guitars from big name brands, and I've played a lot of really nice guitars, and this is as good, if not better, than anything I've played. So I went with the AAA quilt top, ebony fretboard, super jumbo frets. I went with a maple neck, which I kept raw. And then I have an ebony head plate there, block inlays, white binding. So I went pretty all out with this thing in terms of the options they have. So I think the whole guitar itself cost me about $950, just for the wood and everything that Precision did. I glued the neck in myself. I went on a deep dive into the type of glue I should use. I was in the Gibson, the showroom they have in Nashville a few months ago, and I remember playing the custom shop guitars, and they were just they were so different from the other ones. And I was like, what's the deal? And the guy told me they use hot hide glue, and that's like the secret. And so I looked into it. I have some friends who are luthiers, and asked a bunch of people, and everyone's got an opinion on it, and ultimately I decided to go with the hot hide glue, and I truly believe I can feel a difference. There's just something different with this guitar from all the other ones I own. Just the way it rings out, just the sustain, just the whole guitar just sort of plays as like a unit, rather than like a neck slapped onto a body. It just feels like one thing altogether. So it sounds amazing. Just like before I even wired it up and plugged it in, it sounds like every note rings out so clearly. So it just, right away I was like, okay, this is a special guitar. I went with so hardware wise, I got a custom wired harness here. It's 50s wiring. I just prefer the 50s wiring. I went the Tonepros locking tailpiece and bridge. These are Bareknuckle Nailbombs. I got Goto tuners on there. I just did a purple dye, just a trans tint, I think was the brand. Watched a bunch of videos. PRS has some good ones on how they do it. So stained the top purple. There's a bit of pink in there too. Actually, I stained it black first and then sanded it back to bring out some more contrast in the grain. And then I did some purple, and I put a little pink in there as well. I built this kind of for my daughter one day, and so I was like, what are your favorite colors? And she said purple and pink. So I was like, well, I'm not doing a pink guitar. This isn't the 80s, but we'll do a purple with a little hues of pink. So when the light catches it, you can kind of see the pink sometimes. And then the back is just straight black. I'm still waiting on the cover plates from Precision. They did a black, it's a nitro finish on the body, and then the neck is true oil. It just has a nice like raw, smooth feel to it. I just like the feel of like bare maple. I think the maple and the ebony in the neck really makes it like, it's a really bright sounding guitar. But I kind of built this to be like a really modern take on the brand we're not allowed to say that looks just like this. But I have another one of those guitars, and this one is just like so much better. Not just a little bit better, it's like a lot better. So much so that like I want to actually, the other guitar I have, I kind of customized it and put new pickups and Tonepros and new tuners, everything. It's basically just like, basically like this, except I didn't build the guitar. It was from the brand that builds guitars that looks like this. Yeah, so I want to gut it and build a Precision Guitar Kits version of that, and then put it together, because it's just so much better. Just the way it plays, the way it sounds, plugged in, not plugged in, sounds great. So I have a Dirty Shirley I'm running it through. I don't have a proper mic setup, but you'll get a feel for how it sounds. Just phenomenal guitar. Just rings for days. It just, like, the sustain, it's unreal, unbelievable. Still speechless on how good this guitar turned out. This is my first time doing this. I'm not like a guitar builder. I'm not an expert in woodworking. I just watched some YouTube videos and, you know, figured out how to do it. It's not that complicated. The hot hide glue in the neck, I would highly recommend that. I watched a ton of videos and read a ton of forums, and everyone made it out to be like super intimidating. Like, it's just, you're gonna ruin it if you, I don't know, it's just glue. You gotta follow a few specific things, but at the end of the day, it's just glue. I just did it my first try. I didn't practice. I just threw it in there and it turned out great. I'm super pleased. I would definitely do the hot hide glue again. But yeah, this guitar just rocks. It's just phenomenal. It's my new number one. Yeah, I would highly recommend. If you have any desire to just customize a guitar yourself, or just want a really nice guitar, and it just so happens to be substantially cheaper than buying one, works out great. I think all in all, with all the finishing products, sandpaper, everything all in, this was like just a hair under $2,000 probably. But like I said, this thing is every bit as good, if not better, than a $5,000 guitar. It's really a good quality all around. And that's not my skills. That's just, you know, there's lots of things I screwed up on the finish and things like that, but it turned out really good. So yeah, get yourself one, have some fun with it. It's phenomenal, fun little project, and at the end of the day, you get something that'll last you a lifetime.